Hey, what's up? This is the Anti Interview. We got Brandon, we got Max, we got Angel, we got Kara, we got Bradley, we got Juliana, we got Birthday Girl, we got me, we got everybody in the building. So yeah. Anyways, what? Oh yeah, I'll turn around.
Should we start that over? I feel like we should start.
Yeah,
over.
we should record.
It is recording.
Oh, okay.
It started.
No, yeah, I started whenever I said it. I can't restart it.
So you gonna pull something out the hat?
Oh, you want to pull something out the hat?
That's just one
You
thing.
know what? I will give you the honor of pulling something out of the hat. Here, wait, Max. Wait. Can somebody shake this up and let so it's not biased. It's nothing I chose. Shake it up and let Angel choose something from the hat.
Which one you want me to grab?
Don't be trying to read it. I see you.
I can't read no way.
Nah. Yeah, so I just grabbed it. It was under.
I can't read no way.
Which one? This one.
Just choose one and read it, and if you don't, and we'll read another one.
It says, "Who the fuck wrote this? I can't read it."
That's a good topic. Who the fuck wrote this? I can't read it.
Oh, stratospheric
aerosol injections.
Oh my gosh.
You wrote that shit, didn't
No.
you? That was the longest fucking
What
word I've
the
ever heard
fuck
in
is
my
that even?
I don't even know what
That's like
that
a spelling bee type of shit.
See, the question is
One time I took an
who wrote
aerosol
that?
injection.
No, I
and
wanna
felt
say-
like
I
I
wanna-
was stratospheric.
Wrote it.
Can you put it in the sentence?
That's all right.
Oh wait, hold on. Does
Don't be
anybody know about what
controversial,
that
raise
even
your
means?
No, that's what I said. Can you put it in the
Oh my God, I
sentence so
just
I'll
don't want
know?
it to be
Somebody
one of those.
explain what is that?
Always one of those.
Okay, let's at least use a topic. Who knows what that is? And if you know, then say something
Can
about
we
it
crack
before
the
next
fucking
one.
I know.
thingy thing?
Put it in a
Cigarettes
sentence.
in this bitch, and I'm
I
gonna
know.
die.
And it's when you hit an aerosol can
sentence.
so hard,
Use it in
hard
the
you
Okay,
feel like
so they
catastrophic. Catastrophic.
aerosol injections
I don't know what
Lysol.
the fuck I'm saying right now.
to
Wait.
curb the effects of global warming.
You're high.
So
As they
okay,
say.
no. Tell
what
us
the true
what the
effects
fuck
are.
that is, because it's obvious that
So they
you know what that
stratospheric
is.
aerosol
What is?
injections or something. They have it on Wikipedia and other places. They spray it and it's supposed to reduce the amount of UV that comes through the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
Right?
Pull the next
Is
one.
that-
Oh my
is
God.
Shut
that-
up. You don't know what that. You don't even know anything.
No, you ever seen
about
Green
that.
Man?
What do you say then?
He's giving like a perfect explanation.
Fucking
Whatever, shut up. You don't know what you're talking
shut
about.
the fuck up.
The real thing is chemtrails. Those are the
Oh,
real
chemtrails.
Those are the
Yeah,
real ones.
sure. Like they're spraying aluminum and barium and chromium in the atmosphere.
Hold on.
Sure, they're dumbing down the population incrementally
Hold on,
through
let me
pollution.
just-
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Shut the
We're
fuck
gonna
up.
pick
What's
another
the next
one
What's the next
because
one?
we all didn't pass the 6th grade.
Yeah, fucking right. Bunch of fucking dumbasses.
Who
Anyways,
let these people in?
yeah.
J. Rob,
Yeah, for real.
the law.
What's the next topic? What's the
He
next
can't
topic?
even read it.
Oh,
Election fraud.
what the fuck does that even mean?
Oh
What
no,
does that
we got
even
all of the
mean?
hot topics lately up in the
Oh my
hat.
god.
That was like during Donald Trump, right?
We got the
Election fraud, just generally, what is
we got
that?
What
the
does it
domestic
say?
terrorist starter.
Election
hat,
fraud.
right?
But what is election fraud?
Election.
What is
Oh,
election
election
A
fraud.
He said
fraudulent
electrocuted
election.
He's
fraud.
thinking erection
I thought he said
fraud.
electric frog. I was like, what?
Hey, look, you know what I was interested to find out?
That sounds like
If
a
we're
song,
interested in
electric
elections,
fraud.
No, dead ass though, election fraud. Ever since fucking year one.
I was very interested to find
What does that
this
even fucking
when
mean?
people were looking back across the last election and everything, whatever, you know, regardless of the results, they said it was the first time they'd actually gone back and done like
A recount?
not necessarily the first time doing a recount, but like
Yeah, because they didn't.
Was it
recount
the
shit,
recount?
did they?
was it the recount they'd never done before, or was it like
No, it wasn't the recount.
investigation?
because
No, they've
that happened
done a
before
recount
Clinton
before.
Or some shit.
it was some kind of
It
invest
was-
like they'd
it was-
never like
I think it
investigated
was
at the
Al
state
Gore.
It
level.
was Al Gore.
I demand a recount.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
But it
but
was
he
like a
was like,
state level investigation, I think, is what
it was
the
it was
depth of
more
it.
in depth, maybe.
But it was
Yeah.
because of
Man,
the
I think
mail-in
Arizona
ballots,
was
and
saying
Trump
that.
was like, "Nah, those ain't real."
I know. He's like, no, don't listen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fake news. It's not. Don't listen to Democrats.
So election
It's
fraud.
tremendously inaccurate.
So election fraud throughout history, like what is election fraud generally? Though?
Fucking-
Oh, I like this one.
What
I'm
you
the
got? What
fucking
you
Oh,
got?
you got a new
President.
topic.
Oh.
Okay, I guess we're done with election fraud. What's the
Flat
next?
Earth. No, it's why it's called
Flat
Flat
Earth.
Earth.
Oh, hey.
Like fat ass.
Flat
Fat
Earth.
ass on that
Hey,
flat
Flat
Hey,
Earth.
it's motherfuckers that believe the Earth is flat. It's motherfuckers that believe space ain't real. I believe I'm in the fucking Matrix or whatever.
I second that.
Bro, they
See,
just
I
fucking
really don't
dropped
care
the
to talk
movie. That's
about
so
flat Earth
cliche.
theory and society.
It
It's
is
a
so
firmament
cliche.
over the earth and it's water
Alright.
on it. It ain't
Next.
no space.
We should probably quit putting this
I swear to God.
What we
Okay, I
said?
feel like
I mean, I was just saying I don't really give a shit enough to talk about flat Earth theory. I don't care.
You don't
What's
care
this?
the earth is round or flat?
This. I
What?
wanted to know what
You cannot
this
flop
was.
that
Okay.
sentence.
Is it trafficking?
New
No.
topic.
Okay.
Oh,
That
okay,
one,
okay.
I hope I
We talked about it earlier, actually.
But it isn't.
Oh, cracks me up.
I
Okay,
don't know
maybe this
why.
isn't what I thought it was, but it's
Interesting.
Bohemian Grove.
Ooh, okay.
What is that?
Wow.
Someone help me
Oh
understand.
Okay,
my
so the
God,
Bohemian
bro.
Grove-
No, I'm gonna get capped for this shit.
It's got
I
a
know
big
it hurts.
owl statue, and all the fucking Illuminatis and elites go there, and they sacrifice babies and drink their blood. It's called adrenochrome, and they get
Oh,
really
yeah.
hyped up off
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It keeps
yeah.
them young.
Yep.
They cut
Well,
the
wait, what
foreskin
were
off
you
of
about
babies
to
They're not
and
putting it
shit.
anyway.
What were you about to
They're
say?
not- human
Nah,
anyway.
see, I wasn't about to say shit because he said everything that I was thinking, but
So-
also I
Say it
don't.
in more words.
Oh my God.
So if we
So
drink
it's
that,
like a.
It's so much. Like, there's too much. But sorry.
You know, it's cool. There's.
kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked
It's
up.
called vampirism.
Yeah.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
see
Satan.
Twilight. They
adrenochrome.
wasn't eating babies.
Yeah,
Adrenochrome.
it's in the baby's blood.
Right.
Helps the body grow.
Well, they have to torture the baby first so the adrenaline gets pumping. Yeah.
Okay, but don't get us
Stephen
canceled.
in
Come
Fear
on,
and
come on,
Loathing
come on.
Las Vegas.
Come on,
Talking
come on.
about any
Jeffrey
of
Epstein,
these
come on.
topics will get us canceled.
He's gonna get
No,
I'm
it's
saying we
only
might
because-
as well cancel
look,
this
I have
podcast
a
right now.
question.
Let's
Listen.
make a decision to talk about something like I don't know, like emotional.
Hey, what
Okay,
old boy
this
should have brought up?
Bitch, I know.
Wait, let's
Talk
continue
about
with
our
that.
feelings.
Let's continue with that, but first, okay, this last thing with Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian
No,
Rhapsody.
you're gonna
Who
get
is-
canceled for
No,
this,
look, here's the
J-Rob.
thing.
Who is-
They only
who is the
canceled
person-
three
no,
things.
I have a question. I
Talking
have a
about the
question.
election, talking about COVID, and talking about
We
Trump
talked
getting
about-
reelected.
But no, but
That's
whatever.
two
That's
things
not
in
what
one.
I'm talking about.
Right.
Bohemian Grove. No, but Bohemian Grove. Who's the first person? My question is, who is the first person that went to Bohemian Grove and
Shut up
got
the school.
documentation
Jones.
of it? Yes.
Oh, baby!
This is the only person.
What did he get on camera? I want to see what he got on camera.
I don't
You
know.
haven't
It
seen
doesn't
that?
matter
No.
because
That was the first
he
thing
was
I've
the
ever
first
seen
person.
from
That
him.
doesn't mean he's the
Yeah.
only person.
I'm
Of
sure.
course,
That's the
of
thing.
course.
He's a pioneer, though,
First,
in
like,
some way.
The fucking angel left because it was Alex Jones.
Really?
Alex Jones ain't shit. That motherfucker be saying all kinds of crazy shit that don't be making no sense. But
Yeah.
there has
But
been
he did-
other.
He did.
There has been other people that have witnessed Bohemian Grove, and you cannot
Is
go
this
to
Bohemian
Bohemian
Rhapsody?
Grove because no matter what time of year
Oh,
it
no.
is,
It's
you
flat
cannot
Earth,
get in
I
there.
think.
There is
See,
literally security.
in the documentation-
Security.
I've
Like
looked
Secret
into it.
Service has people
Have you
with
really?
I
fucking-
have.
The
It's interesting, but I don't know what I believe.
so
But I don't
important,
think I.
wasn't
But
I
some
mean,
of
it
the
was.
stuff, you know, it's
It was
like
Nobody
documentation.
documents the
Like the
fact
behavior
that
of
they're
the stars
fucking
and
gonna
things like that,
sacrifice
but I don't know.
babies
What?
to
Okay,
fucking
okay,
But
hold
Moloch.
either way, the documentation.
now we're
Do you
getting
know
somebody
Moloch
did
is?
it.
Hold on.
It's the same fucking deity that we worship for
I know, that's
Christmas.
what they
That's who
sacrifice.
fucking Moloch
They're
is.
doing mock sacrifices. I know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that somebody to document that is kind of cool.
That was a fucking sesame
You
seed.
know what I'm saying? Like, if I could document that shit, like, there ain't no way. Anyways, feelings though. What's up
Feelings.
with the feelings? Tell me about feelings.
No, I'm not allowed to. I'm a man.
Ooh.
Okay. Angel.
That's a great topic.
Next topic is
Toxic
feelings.
masculinity.
Nope.
Toxic
It's not
masculinity.
toxic masculinity. It's
Yes,
the
it
fact
is.
that every woman and
Oh, I thought we were
everybody
talking
in life
about
tells you that you're not allowed to feel
Bohemian
shit because you're a fucking
Rhapsody.
man.
That's toxic
And
masculinity.
then
So
nobody
it's like
gives a
Freddie
shit that
Mercury.
you're not allowed to feel shit because
the one
you're a
who
man.
found it.
And then
Well,
women
that's
want to be
different.
like,
That's different.
toxic
There's gay and then there's
masculinity,
Freddie
I can
Mercury.
So
feel
you're saying
everything
he's a
and you
victim
can't
of
feel
it.
nothing. Fuck you. I'm going to gaslight you and not let you
How-
allowed to have
hold-
feelings
hold
because
on.
you're taught that by your mother and your father and everybody else in society. You're not allowed to feel shit. Don't cry or you're a bitch.
So that's
Sound like
that's
McDonald's.
conditioning. That's societal conditioning,
exactly right,
and it
yeah.
does result in toxic masculinity.
It can.
What is
It-
toxic masculinity? You go say toxic masculinity when somebody break in the house and I jump up and fucking shoot everybody? No, you can be like, oh my god, you saved me.
No, because that's not toxic. That's
Then what is toxic
self-defense.
masculinity? The
Different,
fact
yeah.
that
That's
we're
not toxic
biologically built
masculinity.
to motherfucking
I mean, toxic masculinity
be the
is more
motherfucking
in
provider.
What is
But see,
toxic?
You want to be provided
But see,
for,
toxic
but like you don't
masculinity
want
is
to feel
ideal.
nothing.
It's
It's
an
You
hard.
ideal.
actually love me. You love the better option.
I think that's just masculine.
So what's
That's
your
Freddie
what's your
Mercury.
You love the
What's
better
the
option.
toxic part?
Huh?
That's what I want.
stance?
What?
That's how I was raised to feel.
What is
Generally, like when it comes to toxic
What now?
masculinity.
Toxic
There
masculinity.
is no toxic masculinity. It's the fact that women want to be equal and they cannot be equal because men and women are different no matter how you want to look at
And
it.
I
So,
believe
It's women's rights.
I don't know.
strengths and weaknesses.
no, you can have rights. You can vote. You can get the same
Everybody
job
gets the
pay.
same
You can
human,
get all that.
yeah.
But at the same time, we go out into a battlefield. Me and you fight the same fucking people. You gonna lose before I lose. That's just a fact because you weaker than us. And it's physically,
about that.
physically,
I mean,
physically
I've
though.
seen some pretty.
No bullshit.
Hold on.
Bullshit.
hold on.
Hold on.
Bro, chill.
That's
You
not
need
facts.
to relax. Like, calm down. Nobody's even like, yeah,
Passionate
calm
about
down,
Alex
bro.
Jones in it. That's what he's doing.
It's passionate.
He's Alex Jones in it.
No, fuck that, because like a
But I
man
mean-
is not allowed to feel.
Cool.
And that irritates the fucking
Yeah,
shit out of
let's
me.
have her counter argument.
Okay,
ahead,
so men are not allowed to feel shit. They're taught to suppress their emotions, which is unhealthy and toxic.
Okay.
Thus resulting in toxic masculinity. You seem to be taking that as like a jab.
No.
Like personally, like saying
I'll say
you're
that, yeah.
you're toxic or you're a toxic masculine man. No, we all have toxic masculinity instilled within us. I even have toxic masculinity instilled within me as a woman. I still have to. I mean, because the whole like, don't cry like a bitch, don't be a little girl,
It's
you
a
run like a
general
girl,
concept.
like that type of shit. Just because it's trivial, but it resonates. It resonates with us whenever we're young.
Yeah.
You want to know what I learned about that recently? I heard that even when your child falls and they scrapes their knee, and you tell them it's okay, you're not hurting, that didn't hurt. You're teaching that child that what they're
Yeah.
feeling isn't what they're feeling. You're confusing them, and they don't know how to.
It's like
We as
gaslighting.
It's a
We
general
as humans are not
concept.
taught how to deal with our
Yes.
emotions on a basic level, and it causes us to go fucking crazy.
And it's
You know?
a general concept.
It's
It's a
basic
general
stuff.
concept. So it's
But
like
we
it's,
all-
Oh my bad,
We
bro.
all need
so.
it, you know.
But when toxic masculinity, because I feel like that is actually something that is something that
But what is
Oh,
toxic
okay, I'm so
masculinity?
sorry.
Define it for me.
I feel like
I'm so
really
sorry.
see.
I feel like toxic masculinity
won't
can be
really
equivalent to just toxicity in general.
Right.
Because
That's
to a
yeah.
certain degree,
But it's like a specific.
Yeah, well, it's
thing.
yeah.
Sliders.
No,
I-
because
It's its own. It's its
I've heard
own.
it used, but I don't
Slide
know.
resistance. It's yours.
Yeah, try me.
That's not mine.
So toxic masculinity being like not feeling like you can talk about your feelings,
Mansplaining.
Not
mansplaining.
allowed to feel. Not allowed to feel.
that one.
No,
The
okay.
first time I tell a bitch, I say, hey, look, I really fucking like you, and that's it. The first thing she gonna do is go, oh damn, he weak, he just submitted to me. What's she gonna do? She gonna run the fuck off.
Not necessarily.
Bullshit,
so you-
bullshit.
It
Don't
depends
bullshit
on
me.
who. A
I've
lady
been around the
though.
block.
A lady
Bullshit.
though. A
That's
lady.
bullshit.
A
Can I
lady
get
is
this
different
right?
than a
Is
bitch.
that maybe you have a different aspect of belief on toxic masculinity or that whole ideal? Like, is that
It's literally women want to say that men have toxic masculinity, but then want to say, "Hey, you ain't shit. I don't care about what you feel. What I think matters. If you don't,
You're
submit to the way that I wanna do
generalizing
things-"
women right now,
Because
though.
okay, so you
You
might
have
think
you
one
don't
thing.
know me, so
I
like
don't
you
know-
can't.
I don't know you, but I know. What
Well-
are we talking about? A societal problem, though, right?
We're talking about
so
toxic
you
masculinity.
might feel this way. You can go back to whoever. If you
No,
have a
but you're
boyfriend,
saying-
you get a boyfriend,
you're
you
saying-
can feel however you want, right?
Okay, but you're saying
if I go out here-
indefinitely.
But let's say I go out here and I say, damn man, I feel depressed on Facebook. Guess what? Nobody gives a motherfuck because I'm a man. If a woman gets on and posts the same damn thing, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, boo, I'm sorry, baby. Why is that? Because a man is not supposed to feel shit.
But that's
A
not
man
what-
cannot feel
Can I,
shit.
wait,
that's
can I
not
say
what-
But I
something
feel
as a
shit.
moderator?
But that's not
Why
what
does that
it's
not
about.
matter to you?
Can I
Why
say
does that
something?
not matter to nobody?
Why are
No,
you
you see
asking
what I'm
me
saying?
that?
Well,
Because
no,
this is
it's-
why I'm talking. Hold up.
No.
This is why
You're
I'm.
missing the point. This is the thing about
Stop
women.
talking over me, first of all. No.
The thing about women is-
Hold on, let
Bro,
thing
you
about
have been
women is-
talking. You have been talking. Let me say
Y'all
something.
never,
Who the
ever,
fuck pulled this topic?
No, hold on.
nobody ever listens.
Let her counter.
You don't listen to what
Let
I'm
her
saying at
counter.
face
Let her
value.
counter.
I just said it wasn't just you. You
At
said I'm
least let her-
generalizing.
And I didn't
it.
pull
I said, yes,
shit.
I'm generalizing.
I said, let's talk about it.
Women
Yes,
never
let-
listen
let
to what
her say
actually
something.
falls out of our mouth.
See, my sister.
What?
came in with a
Boom.
different story.
What was that?
My sister.
Women never
my
listen to
sister's
what we
harder
actually
than me,
say.
bro.
They never listen to what we actually
That
say.
is-
They put what they want in our head.
What I'm
and
hearing-
they say that.
What I'm
Listen,
hearing.
I'm
say-
taking on your experience.
What I'm hearing is that's been your experience.
That's not my
Let her
experience
counter.
with
Let her
women.
counter. Let's
Everyone
let her
has
counter.
different experiences. And
No,
to
her,
generalize
like-
everyone into
What
one
I'm hearing is
category
that's
not
been
possible.
your
It's a debate.
repeated experience or something similar with most of the women that you have dealt with.
That sucks.
And that does suck. But that also could stem from, you wanting to fulfill. It's like, okay, for example, you know how people say like you go after your opposite gender parent if you're attracted to the opposite sex, of course. So, you know, if my dad was emotionally unavailable, it's like I subconsciously want to prove to myself by choosing a man that is emotionally unavailable, like my dad. I want to subconsciously prove to myself that I'm lovable by making him emotionally available for me, right? So it sounds like maybe you're choosing emotionally unavailable women, and if a girl liked you back and she was emotionally intelligent, then you telling her how you feel would not run her off. She would reciprocate.
Yeah, maybe that's her issue, not yours.
Exactly.
I think you just missed the entire everything.
No, I didn't miss
It's not
shit.
just women. It's not women.
sounds
It's
like
our
you
brothers, our brothers,
Nah, I ain't
everybody.
catching that shit.
And if you're a man,
Motherfucker.
if you're a man
And
and you
it's
have
society.
any feelings,
Can I
It's
say
society.
in society,
Can I say
you
something
are a
as a
bitch.
moderator?
You're fragile. Now, 4 times of all
This shit
four
sounds
times
like
the amount of
some
suicides are
counseling
men.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Boy, and that's why.
Because
And it's
counseling
because
is a
of toxic
moderator.
masculinity
Like,
being
people that go to school
instilled
for it,
within you.
like,
But see,
We're
can
not
I-
allowed to be a
counseling
man.
and, like,
You're
see,
supposed to be a man, but then you're not allowed to be a man.
Can I moderate?
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Because I
Yeah.
had 2 exes like that.
I feel
Both
like
of them told me.
moderating, all right? No sides. I feel like it's
I'm attracted to you because
personalization.
you're the same
It's
aspect as
personalizing
my father.
the
And when I
situation
met the guy, I was just
to
like,
our own definition.
is
So
it-
y'all
it's
are
just
saying
not
the same
weird to you?
thing,
Like you
from different
didn't ever think
perspectives,
to
but
go
y'all are
for
saying the same thing.
another
I mean,
race,
because
another
we all
fucking
agree
concept.
about
You're
the
like,
different
no.
concepts,
I
but
know,
we all have
right.
different
So
It
points.
just sounds like the word
And
toxic
that's what-
masculinity is triggering for you, though. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm.
no,
That's
it
Some of
can
them
be.
The fact that
that your
Well, see,
father's
but
a fucking liar.
Toxic masculinity-
It can be. It can be.
It's-
because
because I'm a
it's
fucking
like
liar.
it's blaming.
So
tired of not
you-
being able to
you
feel
see
nothing
that in
when
me,
I'm
then you
fucking
see
hurting.
that in your fucking
and
father.
nobody gives a flying fuck.
that's bullshit.
No, it's not.
But
In
people
your
do.
How many people have I tried to talk
care.
to?
I don't know,
Exactly.
I don't know you.
You don't. So
but I know me.
I've looked this up. Like, I mean, I've done my research. This shit is not just a me thing. This is a man thing. Like, it's not like...
It's a
That's not
societal
just,
thing.
No, bullshit. Like, every fucking woman I know...
What do you mean, not bullshit? You just said that.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know exactly what you said.
Because you weren't listening.
I
See,
was trying to...
no, if we're gonna have a
At that little
conversation,
point, I didn't hear that little section.
if we're gonna
But-
have a conversation, you gotta let other people talk and actually listen to them too. Like, that's not
I
cool.
mean-
You can't just be talking over people and like yelling
No,
whenever
you're
you
right,
feel
you're
like.
right, you're right.
Okay, so check it out.
But that shit doesn't...
The
you're right.
societal,
Let us
the societal conditioning that is placed on men is unfair.
We don't even know
I
what we're
agree.
talking about.
I agree that the societal
I'm still on the flat earth.
societal conditioning that you have experienced as a man is unfair. Because yes, and I agree that women physically, you probably weigh about half as much as I do, but I bet if you put all your might into like decking me in my face, I'd probably go down. Because you physically have upper body strength that I do not biologically have. So
But you guys live longer because you carry life and all this. I mean, we
I wasn't
have our own
talking
strengths
about
and things.
strength necessarily. What I was
Right.
saying in that situation, it was that men and women are built different. But then if I say that, everyone's going to be like, "Oh my God, he's saying women and men aren't equal."
Not
blah, blah, blah.
no, not
so I said that
necessarily.
for that.
Yeah.
But for me and your conversation, no, like I'm
That's
talking
for
about the way that we
smaller-minded
think.
people.
Right.
This is a mind thing. Like it's more like feeling pain
Little people.
for me and you.
personalizing it.
It's like,
personalizing
well, we're all
it. I feel like
disconnected
it's
now,
where
you
it's
know
all-
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
we
feel like that's
we
where it
are
connects,
built
though.
different. We're supposed
That's
to be
where it
bright.
connects.
are you talking
though.
about disconnecting because of like internet shit
Yeah,
and like
we're all so close that we're
Yeah.
just light years apart, you know. And
Yeah.
everyone's afraid to be genuine out there, and it's something that I've learned. in the
because
last
you're
couple of
you're
years.
supposed to like look good.
Right, and like what I've learned in the last couple of years is whatever the situation is, whether you're in the right or you're in the wrong, there's always something that you can change in yourself to better yourself and either change who you're surrounding yourself with or
Right, there's
perform
something to
differently
learn
in
on
an
your
environment.
own from that
right, whether,
situation.
even if you're not in the wrong, it's like how can I change myself because you can't change anyone else.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying? So
nobody
obviously
ever
the
wants to
people who
change.
have not given you the time that you deserve, you know what I'm saying? They don't deserve that time from you. They don't deserve you. You know?
And
you
I-
gotta
all of-
surround yourself with people who love you.
Right, and the people
That's
I'm
the
surrounded
psychology
by, the
shit I'm
women
talking about.
I'm surrounded by, that's why I
That's
disagree
just-
with you.
that's what
The
I'm
women
trying to
I'm
say,
surrounded
psychology.
by have more respect for a
That's it.
man. Shut up, Angel.
Bro,
I'm fucking talking.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't care. We're on a
Okay, I'm
podcast and
sorry.
I'm talking.
Oh,
Thank
shit,
you.
My bad, I'm
The women that I know, the women that I'm surrounded by, have more respect for a man who can voice his feelings. And the women and men that I surround myself with would care if you
Yeah.
were open and vulnerable on a Facebook post. I understand the part of society that you're talking about is still present. I feel you on that.
It's about
But it
finding
does
the right
sound like
tribe.
maybe you need to start, surrounding yourself with better people.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah, better people. That's
Who
what
are more
it's about.
supportive and
but-
emotionally intelligent enough to recognize that men having emotions is not weakness, and it's not bitch made, and it's not sissy, and whatever else. It's
but see, what you said is surround yourself with better people. And just take a second. Everybody just.
I feel like
look. No, hold on. Hold up. Before look,
Go ahead.
keep your thought. Everybody just look around. All right, tell me what you see.
some people.
I think better people. Because look what we're doing right now.
I'm the only colored person here.
Come on, I always see you. I see you everywhere. I see you
I
in
just
my
know
dreams.
I can't.
I see you in my dreams as well.
I just-
And all y'all people, because y'all are better people. So we having conversations like this to be better people. But whatever, I'm
I
not
just
gonna be all
don't-
cheesy, but all right, your counter.
I can't be the only one that, as a man, that has felt that.
There's no way you're the only one. That is literally society.
Sitting in this room,
Yes.
like, there's no fucking way that I'm the only one. So
Bro, I have
Not.
experienced the societal
It's
conditioning that
not-
you guys have to deal with. Like hearing shit
Yes.
like
It's
don't
fucking
cry like a
ways.
girl.
Right.
It goes
Like
both
making
ways.
you feel bad for like making you feel like it's effeminate and gay to have feelings like that's
Girls
as an
cry.
insult. Having,
Right.
Like having the title of like, oh, you're a girl, so that's an insult.
so that feels some type of way for women first of all, but we won't even go there. We're talking about toxic masculinity being instilled within the men
But what, okay,
in our
so what
society.
is your definition of toxic masculinity?
That's a good.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
definition of
Honestly,
toxic
we should
masculinity.
get everybody's.
Yeah, let's.
I want to start
I
with
just wanna
yours,
know
but I
what
want
it
to get
means.
everybody's definition
Because from
as
where
well.
I'm sitting,
Well, let's get it.
it
Let's
doesn't
get
exist.
let's get hers
No,
and
look it
let's
up,
get
son.
everybody's definition.
Okay.
because that's
Don't
all
look
we're
it
allowed
up.
to be.
I wanna
Okay.
see
From
what
where
it
I'm
really
sitting,
is.
that's all
Yeah,
I'm
I
allowed
don't
to
know
be.
what
Is
it
toxic, is masculine. That's
Okay.
all I'm allowed.
Here, can I
So what is
ask
toxic
for a cigarette
masculinity
from
for you?
one of the homies?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
first, let's get your opinion on what is toxic masculinity.
So to me, toxic masculinity is like the thoughts and actions and internalizations that men have been taught to, like, have been programmed with that result in toxic, harmful behaviors, emotionally harmful, not necessarily physically harmful, or mentally harmful to them or to others around them,
Misogyny,
or to women.
homophobia.
Yeah,
Okay.
misogyny.
You're literally quoting
Okay.
this
Hold
Wikipedia
on.
page, by the
So
way.
you give-
Am I really?
Not really, but kind of.
Like paraphrasing?
So that's a good
Sweet.
that's a good definition. What's your definition, Angel?
Mm.
On toxic masculinity, just like quick thought,
It's, I don't know. To me, it's
like 2 sentence, 3 sentence. You know what I'm saying? What is or one word? What is your definition of toxic masculinity? Move past
it's
it.
that alpha male bullshit that everybody
Alpha male
puts in your head that men have to be stronger than women when they like really don't. It's just because I know hella women that are stronger than I'll ever be, and that's not.
Yeah.
You mean
strong
emotionally?
like
Mentally?
every aspect.
They lift the car for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's like one is my fucking sister. Like that woman, she's bigger than me, but at the same time, her fucking mindset is 10
She's
times
there.
harder than mine.
yeah.
And so that's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
relate.
It's like that bullshit that they like, oh, a man has more privilege and all this other shit than a female. Bro, that's bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
dog, like, stop living your life like that. Like,
Yeah.
stop letting people tell you, oh shit, you gotta be stronger than a female. You a bitch if you cry. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, if I cry, my hands still work, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
It's also,
Right. You
you're
know.
also going to be mentally more sound if you do allow yourself to have emotions surface
Yeah.
and not just operate on like a strictly survival mode type.
So you would say that would cause toxicness, right?
What?
Forcing a man to only be masculine.
That's exactly what I would say, yes.
So
So-
see, wait,
Okay.
hold on. Let's leave this debate. Max, and then Brayden, and then Juliana, and then me, and then y'all continue to debate. Just make it quick.
Yeah. Okay,
What you
so I
think?
feel
What's
like-
your definition of toxic masculinity?
I feel like it's
he just read Wikipedia.
Right. You're cheating!
No. I feel like it's, I
Give it
feel like
10
it's
seconds.
literally like just the absence of humility. You know, because all of the masculine traits that we have are positive things, but when we use that mindset in a negative way, it affects women, it affects men, it affects everybody, and really everyone, like you just described, feeling the same kind of pain and loneliness that we all feel the same feelings. We're just like getting caught up on our differences rather than the problem and what we have in common.
But they're
Right.
allowed to
Okay.
feel it or not.
Yeah.
Well, but see, she just described how they're not really allowed to.
But so
Yeah,
that's
girls
your
have emotions,
definition.
but big girls don't cry type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
We're all taught to
no
suck it
one's
the
allowed-
fuck up and go back to work.
No one's
It's
taught how to
general-
work through their
it's
emotions
general
and process
toxicity,
in a healthy
general-
way.
Well, that's why it's called toxic masculinity
Yeah.
because men are. It's more it's more placed on y'all than it is on women.
It's a man's web.
Maybe it's
more
a
of an
societal
alpha thing,
stigma.
you know?
Type shit.
Like
But-
the alpha male.
Wait, let's
Right, always
let's
thought.
let Brandon get his. What you think?
I
What
feel
you
like the
think?
same kind of, I don't know, like it goes back to your ego and your pride. Like I get what they're saying, like toxic masculinity, bro. It just was like it's people covering it up and hiding it, bro. Like I get it, kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But it's like a lot
hey,
of
I'll
people.
fuck with it.
I feel like a lot of people don't even know what they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's important to like process to the point where you know what you're feeling. Like, how do I feel today? What? I mean, there are 6 basic emotions, but what are you feeling within that? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
to
hold on,
even be able to process.
I
let's
guess,
hold
I
on,
guess
let-
I learned that at a young age, or I've been through so much shit. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I do have that stigma, of like where
Yeah.
I gotta put
Put yourself in that situation.
not let feelings control me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
And emotions don't have intelligence.
Well,
of course,
but
like what we
you
feel
know
is
what? We
important.
should keep this on it.
it's just like who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's your definition. Who give a
You know what
fuck?
I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking
And everything else in
Exactly.
between. But let's pass it on to Juliana,
Exactly.
and then me, and then we'll continue to debate, and then I want to pass it around again, and then we can get deeper. But it's like I want y'all to debate too. But first,
But
let's ask.
Juliana,
but
the
yes,
birthday girl.
You know,
I
just the man.
actually-
But
I-
every
Hold
what I
on.
said, but try to dance around.
Y'all shut the hell up and let her talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on.
so what do you think about toxic masculinity? Give your definition of it.
I think, and I don't know how to put this because I'm kind of high. So like, it's kind of like what Max said, except I see it as like, you know, masculinity's power, like strength. You know, as it's seen, the man takes over, not take over, but you know, it's there's
Masculinity.
masculinity.
Because masculinity is
Strength.
not inherently toxic.
It's a strength, and so toxic masculinity, I think, is like kind of like ego,
Yeah.
to where it's pressure and judgment towards yourself. I feel like it's inner
Yes.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Like, because even women can have it. Like they
It's
do.
like that wall you hide
It's
behind.
that ego. It's
Mm.
that pressure of just like I have to be this way because this is how I'm taught. This is how I'm supposed to be, and then it shuts the rest of you down.
This is where my
Yeah.
worth comes from.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's not about gender anymore because everybody
Mhm.
struggles with
It
ego.
ain't about worth. Because I could be worth everything in the world, but not a lot of people feel nothing about it.
Well, at the same
Well,
time, you know, you
There's
have
nothing to
to
do with worth.
You have to.
Well-
At the end of the day, we only have ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
At the end of the day, no one else is going to be there for us.
Let's
like
let
us.
it. Let's let her
You have to
wrap
love
up her
yourself.
thought.
No, that's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your definition of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I want to continue the further debate past everybody, but I want them to really debate it out and like figure it out. But also, I want everybody else's thoughts on that. But let me give you my thought because I'm the last one in the circle. I'm the last one in the circle. I need to get a bell like beep. Yeah, exactly. So my thoughts of toxic masculinity is deeply personalized and it depends on what you think. So we can label it however we want, but it's all the same thing that we all know. So we all don't like that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it comes from. Toxic masculinity is
from
a
within.
general concept of personalizing thoughts. It's a label. It's a label. So, but that's just my opinion.
That's true.
But it is very true in certain aspects. But it depends on how we interpret it. Everybody interprets it differently.
Interpret.
Everybody interprets it differently. But I don't know. It's personalizing it as well. So it's a situation that you go through, that we all go through in different aspects. And motherfuckers like BY are like, bruh, I'm mad because people treated me wrong. And then people like Carrie say the same thing. People like Angel say the same thing. Every single one of us, we're like, man, that motherfucker treated me wrong. And it happened to be someone of the opposite gender.
What's that thing
So
called?
then we're going to, of course, we're going to go through the same, we're rationalizing and we're making it reasonable.
Rationalize it.
Yeah,
Well,
we're,
look, I just want to say, I just met you, and I will
has
fucking.
to prove each other
You know what I'm
wrong.
saying? You could talk to me about anything, and I will hear you out and be there for you.
Yeah,
'Cause This is
bro.
how I am.
But see,
and
that's
I hope
why
that you
both
find more
sides-
people like that because you deserve to be listened to.
that's why both sides,
Facts.
that's why both sides are completely understandable, even though they come at it from two different
Sound like a
approaches.
physical therapist, I like it.
Because
Physical therapist.
the
All
physical
right, time to do the
therapist.
stretches.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, we could do, you know.
I don't know. I might could try it, but everybody.
I'm gonna pass it to you.
Not
I'm gonna
pulling on
pass it-
toenails
Psychologist,
and
I mean,
shit.
you know what I'm talking about,
What I'm just
psychologist.
saying is that all I'm saying is that we all going through the same exact shit, but we try to personalize it in a different way.
We're all going
Yeah.
through the same
So,
struggles, but we're all
that's
just,
why-
we're all
that's why-
separate about it. Like,
Y'all arguing about it is
Come
good
together.
because y'all should,
fuck
because
no.
you need to get
Close
let
that
it
door.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
close it.
now-
Can you close the
now-
doors though?
Wow,
Yes,
everything's
we can.
so loud.
Yeah, close it. I gotta go
Help me
piss,
out.
but this is up to y'all now. So
Yeah, you gotta
I'm gonna
hold
go
that,
piss.
bro.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
What is that?
I mean, I was fired up a minute ago. He done passed the mic around. Now I know I'm all calm and shit. But like,
I mean, probably
I wasn't
because you
trying to
felt
argue though.
no,
but
man.
like, it was the time to say something that I've been holding in for a long time.
That's what I'm talking about. Like it's toxic as fuck that society has put you in a position where you feel like you can't say that. Where you feel like it stays bottled up until a moment like now.
Yeah, and so basically what I'm saying is that would create toxicity, right? So if you're saying that would create toxicity, then you're basically telling me that okay, so society's gonna tell you that you have to be this way and then complain about it. That's what we have to fucking do it.
But fuck society, because
but no,
we gotta make
she
our own
literally
way.
just said, okay, so if we tell you that you're not allowed to feel nothing, that you gotta be this way, you gotta be tough, you gotta be the man, say the damsel in distress, blah blah blah, whatever, and then women can be more sensitive and they can feel, they're allowed to feel, it's okay if they cry, all that, right? That's gonna create toxicity in a man, right? So if that creates toxicity in a man, they're basically saying, okay, this is what we want you to be, but then don't fucking be that.
Okay,
and
no.
But she also said that she experiences the same don't cry type of shit, and
women
pull
are
your pants
meant
up.
to be strong too, especially like if they're a mother. There's the pressure of like they have to be there for their kids.
Yeah,
mama bear shit though, but that's nature.
But we're all in the same struggle.
Pressure. It's like it's nature, but it's like
you're also from what
that comes from that. I mean, that's an instinct though.
That's
biological nature. It's a little bit.
I can tell.
We biologically have emotions too. We're just not allowed to.
I was like, I can tell.
Well, like I see both. Yeah, that's why it's like, that's my choice.
I mean, I'm sorry, I mean, cut y'all later, but I do get fired up about it because it is something like we're not allowed to feel. So I feel it, like, and then whenever I get an opportunity to talk about it, then I get fired the fuck up because I'm finally feeling something, and then.
Can I get a cigarette from you,
so
please?
I apologize. I'm not that.
You're almost out. Let me see you pay.
It sucks. I got into
This podcast fucking sucks, y'all. Everybody just talking about dumb shit over the important. Quit talking about cigarettes and cancer sticks and shit.
See, that's the anti-interview.
I was trying to contribute that.
That's the anti-interview. It's like we just kind of like talk over each other, but we also get some more shit in between. So
I'm just saying. I feel like more people would listen if they could really like make out what was being said.
I mean, that's
you know what I'm saying?
We need to lay down and just have a psychiatrist.
No, not necessarily. We can talk about it, and heated discussions are like they can be therapeutic.
Yeah.
They're important. But what I heard you say a second ago was, it sounds like you're saying like, okay, well, this is how you have to, we, and you were saying that as if you were me, we are gonna put all this on you, and then you gotta complain about it. But the thing is like where did
women?
Okay, but it didn't stem from women though.
It is women.
It didn't stem
it's not,
from women.
No, it's not stemming from women. But I was generalizing women because women do the same shit.
But so did
you. Are not. You do not
do the same shit too. You can't tell
But
me
what
you
if
ain't
you
done
keep
the
getting
same
with the
shit.
same chicks and then assuming
But
that's all
we
chicks?
all the
But it's
same.
What if it was a
all
man
chicks.
though? What if it was a gay guy?
A gay guy.
Like, what would the difference be?
Probably the same thing. He might be the bottom. I don't know, but I do know that even
brothers,
fathers. I mean, I because
of
because of my dad put it on me, and I barely knew my fucking dad, and my mother put it on me. You know what I'm saying? And my aunties even put it on me. Everybody was like, "Yo, you're a boy."
But that's
tough.
wrong.
That's them, man.
Put some dirt on it. Get the fuck up.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And it's
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I get it. Tough. Put some dirt on all that. But that's just like the basic example. We're not talking about emotionally stimulating fucking conversations, the love that somebody might need growing up through life.
Yeah.
They're missing basic necessities.
Why are we not talking about that?
That is the
That's
basic
past trauma, bro.
No, that is the
It
is.
we all there,
90%. But 90% of men go through this. Like no, they.
So then the key.
And they are not allowed. They're not. They feel like
I know what you're getting.
They feel like they're not allowed to emotionally process their trauma.
The key is to work on
It's not just past trauma, but it is past trauma because it is PTSD. That is the fucking dictionary definition of PTSD. So 90% of men go through life with PTSD and are not allowed to speak about it, talk about it, cry about it, do nothing about it, and that is the way that they are fucking taught. And then you want to turn around and point a finger at us and say you are toxic masculine.
The suicide rates.
Does that mean?
The suicide rates of my men is higher than women. The getting put into the military, the men that die, it's like yes.
You can go get an abortion. You can go put a baby up for adoption, but no matter what, I gotta fucking be with that baby if you choose so. Why can't I think
their
that I might
choice,
be
yeah.
a bad, you might be a bad mother, so you have those
No.
options. So why can't
What he just said
But
was
see, there's
actually
also personalization.
you're not understanding?
Person.
We do
No.
not have the
You get
same options. It
Well,
is
he's-
not equal.
But
Yeah.
the only solution
I
at this
was
point
trying to
is
say something that
personalized
J.
as
Rob
well.
just said
Go ahead.
about the military, and bro. Like, I tried to join the Navy, they wouldn't let me. I tried to join the Marines, and I wasn't trying to do it to serve this country. I was trying to do it to commit suicide, in a fucking honorable way.
Really?
And yeah, I was gonna do some bullshit in my
yeah.
life, bro. And that's what I was trying to do.
That's
and now that you
understandable.
say that shit, it like it plays in my head because there was 2 other dudes that I was in my PT training. They was telling me the same shit because we didn't have mothers nor fathers to take care of us, and that was the only outlet that we
Well,
could
and
find
gangs,
for.
all
It
that
just
other shit, people
gets
just trying to rob us.
really deep, and like I don't think a lot of people really understand how deep it gets unless they really sit down there and think, and it stems from a lot of shit from men.
Right.
And like the option thing with the abortion, that's not like nothing specific, but it's like it's one thing that shows that women have more options. They like, and they try to say we have privilege. No, that's a fucking privilege. You got a choice. We do not.
We all have
You
different
do
privilege.
have, bro.
You
I mean,
fucked up. I fucked up. But
okay.
no, you're the one with the choice.
Okay, I understand.
saying?
I understand
Like,
your
it
frustration with
It goes
that.
down with everything.
We don't have to
though.
carry
Like I'm
that
trying to
shit from
find the
our
best
hustle.
example.
Okay,
to make it
right,
make
and but
sense.
let's also,
God.
bruh. Let me say something
Go ahead,
though.
go ahead, my bad.
Like, yeah, I understand your frustration with that, but historically, women have been oppressed and thought of as weaker than men and less capable. There was a time when women were not to speak unless spoken to by a man. Like, this shit goes really deep for women. So I'm not really fucking with
Same.
you
Same.
talking like that.
It's
like
fine.
women are just like, well, no, you get to do this
I'm
as it
talking
is.
about
Like,
right now, though. I wasn't alive in
that's
the Roman
cool though,
fucking days.
but there's still residual sexism and oppression
And there
on
was.
women
But see,
still
it's both
today.
Sides, it go both
And there
sides, and
was.
we see
Nah,
it
'cause
differently.
because
But that ain't right now.
It's
when women's
personalizing
voices
it.
were heard, they were shot down.
But see,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
we don't have
to-
We're
look-
personalizing it because it's about who we are, and we're like.
You want to
this
go
is how
back
I
in the
feel,
past,
you know what
though.
I'm saying?
We live in
Like,
today.
but
No, I'm talking about today because
No, you're
there's
not.
yes, I am.
We're talking about fucking...
Don't tell me what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I am talking about
don't,
today.
Don't try to fucking... No.
I'm
what
talking
did you
about-
say? You said back in the past,
Yeah.
there was a time...
And I
that
said-
women-
and I
so
said
yes,
this-
it was in the past. You literally said
Can
past.
I fucking finish talking? God damn, bro. How much have you had to drink? Like, can I fucking talk? This is the type of shit. This is literally toxic. That you're talking over me. You don't give a fuck about my opinion. You want to talk over me. You want to dominate the conversation. That is toxic. I wasn't even directing toxic masculinity at a specific person, but you take it personally. You feel, I don't know who has said it to you before, but the word toxic masculinity is not to be a jab. It's not meant to hurt you. It's not meant to be like, you suck. It's like, this is what is instilled within society. Toxic masculinity. Masculinity inherently is not toxic. Masculinity
But
at its core
You
is
gonna
a
tell
beautiful
me that
thing.
you wasn't talking about the past, but you literally said it in the past.
well, I mean, but see,
And
both
then go
y'all-
back.
Because I'm
Both
relating
y'all-
it to the residual effects that it's having today.
Yeah, and I mean,
Oh,
over
is it?
time, over the
But it's-
entire
it's
course of this life,
personalizing
like,
it. It's all
look at all the
personalized.
vaginas raping the dicks out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem.
It's
Yeah,
irritating.
it
right?
is.
And
It
so,
is.
like, I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to have to
that
deal
is
with
a
that.
problem.
But see, the issue is, we can live in the problem all day, but if we live in the solution, that looks like surrounding ourselves with people who will love us and give us what we deserve, working through the shit in the past that we carry with us. We could just drop that shit off and move forward. You know what I'm saying? So to talk about it until you're blue in the face never solves the problem. You have to live in the solution. You know what I'm saying? So you deserve people who will care about you, but you have to change who you surround yourself with. That's the power that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, it's fucked up. Society's fucked up, but you can't listen to that shit. It
See,
will
that's
drive you insane.
personalizing
You
either
have to
way.
shut that
What
shit
you're
out
saying
and
is totally
focus
true.
on what is going to be good for you.
What everybody's saying is totally true.
that
That's
rehab
the
talk.
only.
Everybody's
That's the
saying
only
it's
way
the
that you can
truth.
change it at this point.
Everybody's
I've learned
saying
that
the
for
truth,
myself.
but
That's
the
all
thing
I'm
is,
saying.
It's
but
that
no,
rehab
yes,
talk.
you are, but it's like personalizing. It's all
Yeah,
personalization.
but we all personalize.
We're all
feel
mad.
shitty.
We all been
We all
victimized.
feel
We all been
insecure.
fucked over. Exactly. We've been all fucked over.
Right.
Choose a different topic.
Yeah, that was good.
For
Let's
real.
let it stop on a
You
good
know what?
note.
Honestly,
It's like everybody completely just misses the point.
No, I'm
That
trying to tell you a way out of
say.
it.
You know
I'm
what?
trying to tell you a way
They
out of it
get
because
mad at
I
me
live it. I've
when I
lived
tried
it.
it.
But no, it's not
see
even
what
bad.
I
It's
mean, it's
debate.
not-
It's debate. Y'all had a debate.
That's not even a toxic masculinity thing. It literally, I'm just irritated because I'm trying to say one thing and literally, I can't say it the right way apparently,
But
because
we
nobody
understand
is
that
getting
you
Nobody
be
can
heard
say
and
anything
felt.
the
But
right
I'm
way.
just done
Y'all
with it. I'm
passionate.
just done with
Y'all
it.
passionate, but you're
I'm just done with
personalizing
it.
it.
I'm just done
We
with it.
all can relate. We all can relate. You know what I'm saying? We all can relate. We all get it. We get all sides. Brother, it's no answer. There's no answer to none of this shit. But
No, I mean, the answer is to allow yourself to step outside the conditions that have been placed on you.
Yeah. Recognize that.
So,
Right
so
up.
there are obviously women out there still, because this has been your experience, BY, that still subscribe to that bullshit ideal that men can't feel.
Right.
But I'm not one of those women. Juliana is not one of those women. The men in this room don't subscribe to that. At least I know a handful of y'all don't. I can't speak for everybody, but like, I feel like it's been exemplified that there's true, genuine emotional support in this room. And toxic masculinity would be, in this scenario, refusing to see that and just doubling down on your argument because all of a sudden now you're mad or something. Like, bro, we're all
Because
trying
how
to...
the fuck do I know I'm supposed to trust him to fucking give a shit about my feelings?
Give me a
Ain't
chance.
nobody else did before. How the
Well,
fuck I'm supposed to
give it a
I
You know what I'm
chance.
saying? That don't even make no sense.
Give me a chance.
I'm
Well,
supposed to just out of nowhere trust him?
No.
But it's personal.
You're not supposed
so
to trust
okay,
me.
and so
It's
this is
personalizing it.
where it gets to a
So
point
you're
like...
missing the whole point.
No, bro,
That's
like
about-
you're... So
You're
Humans in
describing a
general
scenario
are
that
not all
has
the
no
same.
solution. So if you want to live there, that sucks.
No,
but
no,
there's
it's just
a way.
like
You don't have to
we're
trust
having
me.
a debate, and she's like, "There's generally people in this room. Like, I just met you,
Sure.
so like, how am I
Doesn't mean
genuinely
we can't
know
show each
that-
other love,
You know what I'm
though.
saying? I got to give you a chance first, right?
Sure.
I
So-
haven't got that chance.
so that would
course.
require...
So as of right now, I'm doubling down on the argument as where I'm at.
So that you...
Because I don't know that works.
For you to trust him...
That would be
In that
a
way-
hypothesis.
For you to trust him in that way would require you to be vulnerable, which you have been taught is unsafe, makes you weak. Whatever else whatever else society has placed on that in general. So it's, in a way, women are able to do that because we are not as conditioned to believe that that is a bad idea, essentially. But being vulnerable, you have been taught your entire lives since you were young, being vulnerable makes you weak. And we as women kind of get, like we talked about, don't cry. When people say that in general, like, that's stifling emotion. Oh, don't cry. Well, why the fuck not? I need to cry. Like, there's a reason your body does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a release. That's important. But men are taught to completely stifle their emotions, and so that results in them being displayed in inappropriate ways because they're bottled up. The best analogy I like to use to describe shit like this is whenever you bottle something up, you're sweeping it under the rug, and if you sweep enough shit under the rug, eventually somebody's gonna fucking trip over it. You know what I'm saying? Until it gets cleared up, until you address it, until you go under there and sweep the shit up and really get to the root of the issue.
Right.
And so the root of the issue is you, up until this point, have been surrounded with people that wouldn't, and I'm being a bit presumptuous here, but based on what you've said, I would assume you've been surrounded with people who have not shown you enough genuine support that you could open up and be vulnerable without being called a bitch, or people running and telling shit and making you seem like a pussy or whatever the hell they would say. But we are saying that we're people that would not do that, and I understand that you can't just be like, oh, sweet, let me go ahead and be vulnerable now, because this is years of conditioning that you're having to suddenly just like let go of. But it's conditioning. It's programming, like a computer. You have to deprogram that shit and reprogram and like figure out what replaces it. So it's going to take some time, but just know there are people that will actually be supportive of you being emotional, being emotionally honest with them and with yourself. And like you even doing this podcast, like the fact that you're willing to talk about it. There's a lot of dudes that'd be like, no, fuck that shit. I'm going inside and having a beer. Fuck this conversation. You know what I mean? But you stayed here. And that to me shows a lot of courage, because men, it does require courage for y'all to be vulnerable because of toxic masculinity. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I respect that. I think it's cool that you stayed here for this conversation.
I said because men always think they're fucking right.
Everybody thinks they're always right.
And so like when, especially like,
Just be like, we're all
like
wrong
as I
all the
can
time.
speak for myself. Like when I get into an argument, like y'all was just getting into, my ass would have just been like, fuck it, and just walked out. Because I mean that's just how I am, and like just you sitting there and like
Trying to
actually,
reach an
like,
understanding.
yeah, that's like,
That
that's,
shows emotional intellect.
Well, I know
That's a
that,
higher fucking peak than I'll ever do, you know. Cause
Well, I mean, because I realized that I hit a spot with you, and I realized that I'm over passionate. So I'm like, okay, if I'm over passionate, then you know what I'm saying. Now I need to calm down because I know that I get passionate about it because it is something that is deeply like bothered me for a while. So when people talk about it, and I've never had the chance to talk about it myself, but I know like I said, okay, so I hit something, so I fucked up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's. I mean, I know how conversations work, and I try to understand everybody, like, and I do try to be vulnerable anyway. That's the thing, like, it's like the amount of people that I've tried to be vulnerable with, and it always backfires
It's
on
backfired.
me every time. So it's like, it's a hard thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's why I was
yeah.
like, okay, yeah, I did piss you off, my bad. But I did still have to make the point you did literally say in the past.
Semantics, bro. Some motherfucking mantics, because I was getting to the point that women experience a lot of oppression still yet, even though we are allowed to vote now, we are allowed to talk now, we're allowed to work, we're allowed to what, but there's so much residual energy surrounding how we got here that it's like it's not equal.
Dude,
still
every
yet.
girlfriend I've ever had has had to deal with creepy old fucking dudes and guys my age and anybody just fucking like. I'm just saying, vaginas don't rape dicks that much. It's just that's fucked up. And because we're not equal, we have to treat each other with a different level of respect. You know what I'm saying? And value each other's differences.
Exactly.
rather
Value
than
the divine masculinity and the divine femininity,
Yeah.
but that's the problem, is that's what they're trying to separate us from by instilling toxic masculinity.
whether it's slavery, whether it's our our
Well,
race
that's
creed,
the
whatever,
thing that I was
everything.
trying to
I
get
mean,
at.
I'm just saying all the different things they divide us
That's
with.
the main point.
Like,
It's
you
like
was
it's
talking about a
the
lot of
things that you're
cougars.
saying that makes toxic masculinity are the things that.
You know what? Okay.
we talking about
It is, it's healthy.
I know,
It's
yeah, I'm
healthy.
about to-
But that's what I was saying. Like the things that you're saying cause toxic masculinity are the things that we are basically conditioned to think. But then it's like, oh man, you're too fucking masculine.
All right, you know what?
Now
I'm
you're
ready.
toxic.
I'm ready now. I'm finally ready.
No, this is good shit, J-Rob, for fucking once. We're not talking about dumb shit. Can we
ain't nobody
please?
walking out
Can we talk about
unless we gotta piss.
I'm giving my.
I'm like, I'm in a room full of dudes. Let me see if we can talk about feelings.
I'm giving my honest.
She got down
we
to the
needed-
nitty gritty for real.
I'm giving my.
Cause I was sitting over here like, damn, I thought I was in the. He said, fucking.
All right, you know what? I'm just giving my honest
I don't
opinion.
know.
Just real quick, I'm giving my honest opinion.
We're actually
Yes.
enjoying it though.
Y'all fucking gay.
Oh, that's
Oh my God, J-Rob.
Another
See, that's a whole other conversation. Using that as a
Y'all gay.
as an insult.
Oh, he just caused us all toxic masculinity for the
Y'all
next
gay.
fucking.
just saying.
That's toxic masculinity right there.
Y'all gay.
That's no.
And fuck everything.
Oh my
Rip the
God,
fucking
J-Rob.
photo
Into this one. But you know what?
Homophobia is the next topic for the next fucking anti-interview.
That is a
I'm not homophobic.
compliment.
I'm just butt scared.
It is a It is a
And look, he
compliment.
crossed his
90%
legs.
I'm not homophobic. I just want to bite your balls off, and I like sausage.
Yes, it is a compliment.
That was a callback. Y'all don't get it, but they
We
do.
got it. I got it.
Oh.
We're
So-
gonna shove them down your throat.
People at home are like, bitch, that wasn't funny. What the hell?
Why is it so
That didn't make any
awkward?
fucking sense.
Well, the door's open. So the thing is, we can. I'll run another one, but this is the end of this one. So everybody say bye.
Bye.
Content, right when they got like healthy.